Good morning, Yorkshire Classic Cars Limited fans in sunny Retford again. Not very sunny, but I'm sure it will come sunny later today. Quick update in the workshop, I like to do them. Hang on, let me turn the lights on. Now you like to see me in my radiant beauty. Okie dokie. Busy week. The GT6 turned out to have a few little foibles wrong with it that we've sorted out now. The customer's coming to collect that today. So that's all done. As I said previously, the white stag is done, so I think that one will be collected today. And I'm building myself up, and please admit that this video is part of the procrastination. I'm about to fit the headlining in the Mini, which is a bit of a stressful job, but it is a large step forward. So once the headlining's in that, I can then start and put the windows and stuff like that back in, which is an easier job significantly than the headlining. But yeah, it's a bit of a challenge. I'm not overly looking forward to, but I've done it before, and you know, it's a bit stressful, but it always goes okay. On the old Capri, not a lot to show you really, but on the old Capri, the fuel pump has turned up, and the pre-filter, those are just bobbed together there. The tie wrap is not structural, that will not be staying. The feed pipe is some ends I had just pushed onto a piece of pipe, and I've clipped it here. I don't think you actually need to clip those, but I've clipped it anyway, just to be safe. Had to wait for a few fixtures and fittings to come in between, so adapters to go from AN6 to M14, and then M14 to M18, and then back down to M14, because you can't get a male-to-male M14, blah, 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 blah. And a one-way valve at the end, which goes from an M10 fine to a -6, AN6. So that's my fuel system. Well, 90% built. I can't fit the pipe, and I'll need to get that made anyway, to the engine yet, because the inside still isn't painted, but I haven't had time to get on with that. As you can see, it's still in there in primer and orange and all sorts of horrible looking colours. Green stag still on hold. Don't know what's occurring with that just at the moment. And outside, sorry, picture of me chin. If I take you outside, I'll talk a little quieter so my neighbours don't think I've finally lost the last loop. I have done the front brakes on the 350. Those are all done. And I have started on the rear end. Sounds rude, but isn't. Okay, so you can see there, the rear end was leaking oil quite profusely. You can see it in the tyre. And there is a seal in there. Now I'm going to try and order that from the States. Although this is an Australian pickup, there are some differences, but the rear axle is a Dana, same as the States ones. So I need to get that pulled off. Unfortunately, there's a wear lip in here and the self-adjuster, so getting that off is difficult. I did think you needed a special tool for the big hub nuts in the end there. As it turns out, the previous owner used a chisel. So as soon as they'd already used a chisel, that's what I used, and it came off okay. It wasn't actually very tight. The half shaft is inside the workshop, so it doesn't go rusty. You draw the half shaft out with these bolts, and then this just needs pulling off. It literally weighs a ton, and I will get to getting that off later today. But while my hands are clean and I'm clean, I want to get that headlining back in the Mini. So yeah, the Mini's got to be done for the end of this month. And although that sounds very, very easy, I have got cars booked in for this week, next week. And it's going to cause me some late nights, I'm sure. However, that's what I do, because when you have to get stuff done, you have to get stuff done, and I'm quite happy to do that. I'll be back on with the car with no name, or the car with the name we won't be mentioned, just for the time being. I'd like to see the end of that this month. I'd like to see the end of the yellow stag, which is, as I keep saying, almost there. But things keep getting in the way, unfortunately. The GT6 had a bit of an issue with its brakes. They were all brand new, but they weren't adjusted, so I've done all those for him. The rear hub nut was loose. Just tiny little issues, really, but I've now made it safe. It starts, it runs, it drives, it stops. The brakes are absolutely fab, because obviously they're brand new. The front brakes are fine. And I've got to say, it really does go really, really well. I'd like to add at the end of the video, don't know if anybody ever sees it, thank you to all my subscribers, thanks to my watchers. It's brilliant. For some reason, YouTube doesn't seem to promote my videos after about 12 hours. So I get like 600 views in the first 12 hours, and then it just dies a death. I've no idea why. But I do appreciate the people who watch, and I appreciate the people who've subscribed, because you obviously enjoy it. I appreciate the comments. So thank you to all that. I'm nearly up to my first 500 subscribers, which was a milestone I thought I'd never reach anyway. So I do appreciate it. Thanks a lot, everyone. Cheers. Laters.